Human dignity is fundamentally based on having access to critical rights. Although fights for women's rights in Lebanon continues on many fronts, women still encounter barriers in the political sphere which restricts their ability to actively participate and be presented. Furthermore, one of the biggest obstacles still facing Lebanese women is their inability to grant their children nationality. Notwithstanding more general problems, such as the country's ongoing economic crisis, women's rights in Lebanon have not made the progress required to achieve complete equality. The obstacles, which are caused by a number of internal and external variables, necessitate focused solutions to discriminatory behaviors and create an atmosphere where women may fully exercise their rights and make significant contributions to society. Building a more just and inclusive future in Lebanon requires an understanding of the importance of tackling these issues. Denying women's rights in Lebanon is a very complex issue. It's all entwined with the structure of the society and hinders women's access to equal nationality rights and political opportunities. Strong patriarchal norms that heavily influence women, particularly in regards to nationality and political engagement, make this situation even worse. The anxiety that a lot of individuals have of becoming citizens is another major problem, particularly for Palestinians residing in Lebanon. This concerns impedes an advancement of women's rights and make it difficult to change laws that require revision. Individuals are very fearful about what may happen to them when they become citizens. This anxiety, together with misconception and social pressures, make it much harder to change laws and ensure that women and men are treated equally. To provide women an equal chance to participate in all aspects of the Lebanese society, addressing these concerns necessitates not just passing new legislation, but also changing people's viewpoints and tearing down long-standing customs. These problems need to be fixed if we are going to build a future where everyone's rights, regardless of their gender, are recognized and upheld. The first step in resolving the denial of women's rights in Lebanon is to implement policy change, especially with regard to nationality legislations. Fundamentally, the legislation on nationality in Lebanon should be changed to allow women to provide citizenship to their foreign partners and children. In addition to correcting a grave violations of women's fundamental rights, this change brings Lebanon into compliance with international human rights standards, guaranteeing equality and non-discrimination. This policy reform supports fundamental human rights values and promotes a more inclusive and equitable society by acknowledging nationality as a fundamental right for every individual. This revolutionary initiative has the potential to greatly contribute to the removal of current barriers and the advancement of gender equality in Lebanon. Beyond changes to the law, redefining and opposing the deeply ingrained patriarchal system of values based on gender stereotypes and customs is essential tactic. Collaborative efforts headed by politicians, activists, and members of civil society must be entwined with larger social endeavors in order to effectively abolish discrimination. The focus is on advocating for long-term changes that go beyond just passing laws, with the goal of transforming culture, norms, and attitudes. In order to fully fulfill women's equal rights, this comprehensive plan acknowledges the necessity of a total transformation in public views and legal structures. Through promoting a collaborative endeavor that beyond the legislative domain, this methodology aims to establish a long-lasting transformation in society, establishing the groundwork for a fairer and more comprehensive future for women in Lebanon. In conclusion, patriarchal attitudes and discriminatory legislative frameworks are at the core of Lebanon's ongoing denial of women's rights, which includes obstacles to political engagement and nationality rights. This is a significant issue that affects entire families and violates basic human rights norms. Not just individual women The suggested remedies, which include social campaigns to challenge patriarchal beliefs and governmental changes to allow women to transfer citizenship, are highly persuasive. In order to bring Lebanon into compliance with international human rights norms, these remedies aim to achieve a thorough shift in social attitudes in addition to addressing current legal inadequacies. With the goal of promoting an inclusive and fair society where women can fully express their right, these solutions acknowledge nationality as a fundamental right and challenge discriminatory attitudes.